covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Tonight at 9, a fight for safety from a longtime Maryland music teacher who says she was attacked by students more than half her age.
I never imagined myself in that position. I am still devastated, honestly.
The mounting pressure against Prince George's County school leaders.
And 3 major busts at Tysons corner, why experts say suspected retail theft rings are targeting the area.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed your Thursday here. We're still seeing some partial clearing, but we have a major storm system that has tropical characteristics. How will it impact the DMV for your weekend? Full forecast coming up.
And a big night at Nats Park. Watch new Commanders owner Josh Harris throw out the first pitch. Plus, what he has to say about the future of RFK Stadium. Nice pitch there. Nice throw.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Tasmeem Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. Our top story tonight, busted at Tysons Mall.
As we first told you about this yesterday, Fairfax County Police nabbing 3 people for shoplifting. They're accused of stealing thousands of dollars from multiple stores.
Yeah, police say it's all part of an organized crime ring from New York. DC News Now reporter Mario Carbone is looking into why these out-of-state criminals are targeting area shopping centers.
Aside from opportunity, location plays a big role in why stores here at Tysons Corner are an easy target for crime sprees. Police say the proximity to multiple highways makes it easy for criminals to get in and out of the area. $15,000 worth of jeans, polos, and perfumes.
It seems like it's a lot of stuff.
This video shows the latest roundup of stolen merchandise from Tysons Corner Center after police arrested 3 people from New York for shoplifting.
I'm happy the police are finding whoever's doing it and catching them. It seems kind of strange that they would be coming here.
So we've had 3 events in the last week.
Lieutenant William Arness with Fairfax County Police says 3 separate crews, all from New York, have targeted the Tysons area in the last week. First, a crew using stolen credit cards and IDs to shop. Then a crew Monday shoplifting $8,000 worth of merchandise, followed by Tuesday's crew taking $15,000.
Which isn't part of any trend, and they're not working in concert. It's just, that's how it happened this week.
Arnett says it's not uncommon to see out-of-state criminals commit fraud or theft in the area.
But we often will have these theft crews coming up and down 95 from Philadelphia, Baltimore, Wilmington.
It's considered an organized crime ring because the individuals work in coordination to snatch merchandise.
And they'll use teamwork to effectively steal things, whether they're working as lookouts for each other or if one's the driver of the car.
All 3 suspects in Tuesday's case are facing various charges, including grand larceny, and they are being held without bond. And Arnett says crimes like this can impact us all. Shoplifting can lead to higher prices in the stores and even store closures. Reporting in Fairfax County, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, big changes heading our way this weekend. Let's get a first check on that all-important forecast with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
Yeah, Janessa, you're tracking a potential tropical cyclone.
Yeah, it is 16 right now. And so what they are thinking by tomorrow morning, our forecast says, hey, will be our next named storm. It has tropical moisture associated with it. And so the impacts are going to either be a tropical storm or depression as it makes its way onshore. So you can see a very active Atlantic basin right now. And so we're going to continue to watch 16 as it's offshore across the Florida coastline. And so right now, this storm system is very disorganized. It's really the front right quadrant and left quadrant that has come together. But really, we're waiting for 2 more for it to officially be a storm here. And there's really no center of circulation. I think this storm runs out of time before it really turns into a hefty storm system. However, it has a good amount of moisture that's associated with it. A lot happening with storm surge impacts along with high winds. And really for us here in the DMV, this is going to be a big time flood threat. Partly cloudy skies though for tonight. I need you to enjoy tonight because we have those changes headed our way. Temperatures are also, they're a little bit warmer. The National Hurricane Center, they have issued that cone of uncertainty. I'll show you exact locations coming up of where this storm will impact the East Coast. Guys?
All right, Janessa, we'll see you then. Thanks. All new tonight, Montgomery County Public Schools under the microscope by the County Office of Inspector General. It comes after many questions of how sexual harassment allegations were handled by the district. Our Daniel Hamburg joining us live tonight from our newsroom. And Daniel, the IG's office actually opening 2 investigations.
Yeah, Chris, the first is into MCPS's handling of those misconduct allegations, and the second is into the specific sexual harassment allegations against Dr. Joel Beitelman. The Montgomery County Office of the Inspector General is reviewing MCPS's process for receiving and responding to allegations of misconduct against school system employees. The Inspector General's second investigation will focus on allegations of alleged misconduct by Dr. Joel Beitelman that have been received since July, as well as any previous allegations that were not yet investigated. It comes almost a week after the results of another investigation were made public. The law firm Jackson Lewis found, quote, significant and troubling failures by senior management in MCPS. It all relates to sexual harassment allegations made against Beitelman, first reported by the Washington Post. The investigation found several members of the administration knew Beitelman was under an active investigation at the time of his promotion to principal of Paint Branch High School, though the board was apparently not aware. On Thursday, Montgomery County Council President Evan Glass said in a statement, quote, this independent review is an important step toward increased oversight, transparency, and accountability. And Chair of the Education and Culture Committee, Will Jawando, echoed that, saying he welcomes further investigations, adding transparency and accountability are paramount to ensure all MCPS stakeholders and the public have confidence in the findings. Now, the Education and Culture Committee will be meeting next week, next Thursday morning, to discuss the initial report from Jackson Lewis and actions the Montgomery County Board of Education is taking in response to those findings. Live in the newsroom, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. Meanwhile, take a good look at your screen. Fairfax County detectives are trying to track down this man you see here. He's accused of raping a woman in a motel room in Falls Church. Police say the man arranged to meet the victim September 16th at the Quarry Inn Motel on Lee Highway. When she opened the door, police say he displayed a knife and threatened her, and then allegedly sexually assaulted that woman. The woman was able to escape and call 911, but that man remains on the run tonight. He's believed to be in his 20s with acne or scars on his face.
And in Maryland, a Prince George's County teacher says she was attacked by 2 students and suffered a concussion. She's now calling on school leaders for protection for teachers. Yeah, our reporter Yamari Sisse was at the rally at the Board of Education and has more tonight on the story.
If you don't feel protected, you're on guard 24/7.
Renee Galloway was an elementary school music teacher for more than 20 years. But on May 11th, she said she was attacked by 2 students after trying to break up a large group at the playground.
The young lady said something. I told her to go stand with another teacher. She refused, cursed at me, hit me, and when she started hitting me, she didn't stop. Her sister then jumped in and jumped on me. I slipped and I fell, and when I slipped and fell, they began to kick me in my head.
Galloway says she suffered a major concussion and now has anxiety and panic attacks, preventing her from teaching. The students, aged 10 and 12 years old, were suspended for a few days.
I never imagined myself in that position. I am still devastated, honestly. I have no words for it. It's the audacity for me.
Which led Galloway to start Safe Teach 23.
Teach 23! They keep sending us into the school building like this. They are setting us up for failure, and they're saying that it is okay for us to be abused.
She's speaking out at the Board of Education meeting Thursday night, and she wants leaders to make changes to the student code of conduct.
I want them to make sure that the response to these infractions measure up. I want them to make sure that they're not ineffective, and I want them to make sure that students understand that we have a zero tolerance policy for any type of behavior, especially assaults. We signed up to teach not for the money, but because we have a serious love for children, and I don't want that to be taken away.
Reporting in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sisse, DC News Now.
And Superintendent Millard House II plans to host a virtual forum on safety and security for schools. You can find those details on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
And developing now, Montgomery County man is charged with espionage. Abraham Lemma was an IT administrator for the State Department. He also worked for the DOJ. And Lemma lives in Silver Spring. The feds say that he had top secret security clearances in those positions. And from December last year to August of this year, he copied sensitive information from intelligence reports. Prosecutors say Lemma is a naturalized citizen originally from Ethiopia, and tonight he's accused of passing the information he stole on to a foreign government. Now, earlier tonight, we spoke to a local cyber and national security expert about the concern in the intelligence community.
Well, we've seen this before, many times before, with government contractors who steal sensitive information. In this case, it could be as simple as it's just a rogue actor, right? Somebody that has the access, they decide to take certain information and then try to figure out later how they'll monetize that.
So the two espionage charges carry a potential sentence of death or any term of years up to life, and the retention charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years.
And in sports news tonight, talk about a crossover. The Washington Commanders and Washington Nationals partnering for Capital Crossover Night tonight at the stadium, and it gets even better.
Yeah, so new Commanders owner Josh Harris throwing out the first pitch before tonight's Nats game.
Yeah, how about this? Look at it. A little bit of a rainbow pitch, but you know what? It looks pretty good. I say a strike.
Yeah.
Right? We'll give it to him. It's been a big year, of course, for Harris. Chevy Chase, Maryland native, living the dream as the owner of his childhood football team.
Yeah, great memory there. So here's what the big-time owner, who's just another DC sports team fan at heart, had to say before the first pitch tonight.
First of all, I was around for the Senators, so New Orleans. So to be here now at the Nationals, and obviously the Lerner family and everything done for Washington, and actually we grew up in the same neighborhood, and it's great. It's great to be here. What an incredible experience! You come and you let you warm up a little on the field, and then you're in Washington. You're with your friends, your old friends, your family, your brother, and now to be part of Washington sports again is really exciting.
Yeah, what a thrill. Yeah, he did really well. It's a lot of pressure to throw out the first pitch, but good job there.
He did a great time. It's so great to see a hometown boy live out his dream.
Yeah,
that's what's been so fun. So Harris was also asked about an update regarding the RFK Stadium site in D.C. Yesterday, a key House committee advanced a bill that would give D.C. control of the spot. And here's what Harris had to say tonight.
We're focused on winning on the field, fixing up the existing stadium, and then engaging with the community right now. We got a lot going on. We're at the beginning of a long process, but listen, I'm so happy that happened in a positive way.
Okay, so if you feel strongly about the future of the RFK Stadium site, there is an online survey that you can fill out right now. It asks whether you'd like to see the site become a stadium for the Commanders or an open green space or new housing, etc. So you'll find that link to weigh in on the front page of our website. Just click the story about RFK Stadium on DCNewsNow.com.